Hey everybody, it's supposed to be pretty cold this coming weekend, coldest that it's been here in decades probably. Normally we don't have to do anything to our sprinkler systems in Texas, but since it's going to be close in the single digits, looks like this weekend and into the first part of next week, if you want to empty your sprinkler lines, there's a real easy way that you can do it. This is up to you, not a professional, just a regular guy. But the way you're going to do it is you're going to turn your sprinkler system to off, and you're going to come out here into your front yard, and you're going to look for a place where your sprinkler box is, or valve box. Mine's right over here. There should be two boxes. You should have box that has two valves that look like that, and then right next to it you should have a shutoff valve. So this is your shutoff valve to your sprinkler system, and you can't see mine, but the pipe is running this direction and my water is currently on to my sprinkler system. So if I turn it perpendicular, now it's water to the sprinkler system is off. Then once you do that, you can come in here and take these black nuts off. These valves, I've already done these top three, but you take it off just like that, and then you'll see, come in here, you'll see there's a flathead screw. Notice how it's perpendicular to this line. That means it's turned off. Now you want to make it parallel. Gently open this, releasing pressure from your system so that the water can escape. So I'm going to gently turn this. Now you see it's parallel and there's nothing coming out, which is fine because this is the last one down the line. But I've done this with the other three, and you can see in this last one here, I've had water coming out of here for about 5 minutes or so, and it's just kind of slowly draining the pressure in the system. And so I'm just going to let it drain for a little bit, and that should be sufficient to get you can see it's just dripping down there into the box to release any pressure. That should release any pressure in my line. So if the pipes eventually did get cold enough, maybe at least they wouldn't burst. The water may freeze in there, but at least it won't make the pipes burst. Okay, so the water's done draining out of here. I just kind of screwed these caps back on lightly so that I don't lose them. And now what I want to do is I just want to cover this with an old towel. You don't want to wrap it around the bottom because you want the heat from the ground to keep the pipe warm, but you want to protect the top from the cold. So I double layer the towel so the heat can come up from the bottom, keep the pipe warm, but the top will protect it from the cold. And that should do it. The other thing you could do, then manually run your sprinkler system each station to drain it. So you set it to manual, station 1, and then turn it to run, and then it'll start running. Now, if it comes on, that's a bad thing because that means you didn't shut off the water to your sprinkler. Nothing should happen. They may pop up and buzz air at you if there's air pressure in your line, but really that's all you got to do. And then you turn it to system off, and then turn it to manual, arrow over to your next zone, make sure it airs at least 1 or 2 minutes on it so that it'll actually run. Turn it to run, opens the valves, releases the pressure, and turn it off. Then go to the next zone, make sure there's a couple minutes on it, run, and so on and so on until you've done all the zones for your sprinkler system. Okay, so those are 2 ways that you guys can empty your sprinkler systems. Also, you want to make sure you know where your shutoff valves are for your house. So usually there's one in your front flower bed. So if I come out my front door, I've got a water shutoff valve right down there. You would turn that perpendicular. That would turn off all the water to your house. So that's the first one. There's also a second one down by the street, which for me is down over here. On that pipe down there, same kind of deal. You would turn it perpendicular to the line to make sure it's shut off. Most of us have this PEX piping in our houses, which is a flexible piping, so that if your pipes do freeze, they won't, they shouldn't burst. They may freeze, but they shouldn't burst. But there's obviously no guarantees on that if the coupling doesn't stay or whatever. But if you did have a pipe that burst, you would want to turn the water off outside your home to prevent any damage inside your home. All right, guys, I'm not a plumber. I'm not a professional. I don't have any other expertise other than the fact that I'm just kind of your average homeowner, and thought I'd walk you guys through how to do this on our homes out here. Hope you guys stay warm.